So this song, the story is fresh in my mind. So what happened is in this very house that I'm in right now is the sewer pipe exploded into the basement and got sewage all over everything in the basement. And I had to spend my weekend taking everything out of the basement, having it ready to be taken away, burning a bunch of stuff, and just being very depressed about being alive because it's not a good situation to be in. And dealing with insurance companies and the whole thing. So basically, on the Sunday when I was getting close to the end of the cleanup, the whole song just basically came to me came to me right away. I just was not happy about being alive that day, so that's kind of where that came from. Yeah, it's more metal than I'd say most of the tunes. But that's kind of what I like about it. But I mean, it's still, it's metal, but it's not shreddy, and it doesn't, because I can't shred, and it still has a lot of like open chords. When you're, playing in a 3-piece, the open chords are kind of fill in a lot of sound, so it works out. This is new. That's not on the album, no.
Awesome.
That's a addition. Really, for this, the only reason I picked the Strat is because of that. Because if you did it on like another guitar with a different, like with a Floyd Rose, it didn't have that same. It doesn't sound quite the same. But because guitar players are very conservative, and this tremolo system hasn't changed since 1954. Basically, I got to retune after every time playing it, just because I do that. 4 times in a song, the guitar goes out of tune. But that's fine. No, I wasn't going for Strat single coil at all, and this is actually a humbucker disguised as a single coil, and this switch here switches it. That's single coil mode, and that's humbucker mode. So I was really going for like a heavy humbucker, a bridge humbucker tone for that part. Right, but when you switch it to single coil, I mean, many people might not hear the difference, but it's brighter, it's not as chunky. So it kind of cuts off. This song definitely was the Marshall. Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure it was that Marshall, because I've had a few Marshalls over the years. I'm trying to think, was it that Marshall? Yes, it was. It was that Marshall. I'm not a stack guy or a head guy. I'm a combo guy, because I don't like carting around all that stuff. I was lusting over this amp for, I want to say, a decade. And they never sold it because the price tag on it was ridiculous. So the only thing that's a little different about that one, other than the standard purple Tolex first Mark I version, so this is a 6101. The only real difference between that and the original purple Tolex is it has an extra little switch on it that is for even more gain. So I like this one better. Yeah, so I mean, typically when I'm playing solos, I'm like, switching this back and forth, and I think I maybe did that because in the recorded performance that the recorded live performance, I think I do a little so I do it like one of those, and then I think I did a little kind of tapping thing there. And then I, like, as typical for a lot of my solos, I think I did a lot of, this is one of my, I'll do that. Those kind of things. And then a lot of open string. And then I did, which I also overuse, is the unison band section. I love those. Yeah, so this one I don't do any channel switching. It's in kill mode the whole time. So this amp has 3 modes, and I've labeled them on the switch. So I go straight into the amp. There's no effects, as Keith Richards once said. Amp, chord, guitar, toll. That's all you need. And this amp it's got 3 different channels. So it's got a clean, a crunch, and a like I call it kill, which is the high gain mode. So I pretty much keep it in the high gain for the whole thing. There is a couple of little tricky bits, like coming out of the solo and getting back in, because it goes right back into the chorus immediately. So that's a little tricky. And then at the outro, so like there's that kind of like little signature. It's kind of played up the octave for the outro. So I kind of got to get up there and sing at the same time. So that one's a little hard. And then I got to do so it's the octaves. And then I got to get back here in a hurry. And then maybe a little like Matt Bellamy Muse kind of. Well, that little whammy bar A suspended. That's different. And I just kind of I use the whammy a lot more when we just play it as a 3-piece now. But on the recording, I don't know. There's got to be minimum 5 guitars, just and at least 2 that are just the main verse and chorus part. And then of course the solo was tracked separately. I'm trying to remember what guitar I did that on. Might have been Goldie over there actually. Might have done the original solo on Goldie now that I think about it. This Strat was a early 90s Squire. It was a Korean Strat. It actually had a better neck maybe this one that's on. So this is an aftermarket Warmouth neck, and it's just like, it's a baseball bat, because I was really into Jeff Beck at the time. Can't play like Jeff Beck at all, but I was really like, well, if Jeff Beck uses a big baseball bat Strat neck, that's what I'm going to get. So, but I basically changed everything on here, and the only thing I didn't do was put the neck on. So somebody did that for me. But I changed the tuners so they're locking tuners. I put a strap locks on there. These are all different pickups. I've gone through multiple revisions of how this whole thing worked. I had a mega switcher thing here at one point, but this has been just the simplest 5-way, and then split the humbucker that's here. And these are not the original pickups. These are actually, I had bought some Texas Specials from the Fender Custom Shop that were more expensive than this guitar. And I put them in, and I hated them. They were too loud, and they were all mid-range, and I didn't like them. And so what these are, I bought a set of Chandler Alnico 5s. So these are really, old school pickups and low output. And they were ridiculously cheap. I had to go to Montreal to get them. I remember that. I had to drive to pick them up. It was worth it. And then I switched out the bridge pickup for this is a Seymour Duncan Cool Rails. So it's like a Hot Rails, which is the more popular sister to this one. But this one just has lower output, so it matches these ones a little better. And then, of course, I put the mother toilet seat. This is, these are Graph Tech nuts, because I break strings like crazy most of the time. I'm getting better. I'm not breaking as much these days. But I've been told from people who know guitars, who have looked at it, who've gone, those are the wrong ones for that bridge, but it works. You can intonate the thing, and they work, and I do break less strings with it. So, and I think I probably changed this nut too. I don't think that's the nut that came with this thing, but and that was carved out, and I put Teflon Remington gun oil under there so that it kind of stays in tune a little better, at least when you use the whammy bar. And originally I had it loaded with 4 strings, but I've kind of downsized as I get older to 3 springs in the back there. So the Sunflower guitar strap is kind of a homage to the first album, which is Sunflowers and Surfcasters. And so during the first record phase, there was a lot of references to sunflowers, and a lot of the stuff I wore, the merch, that kind of stuff. Do you have some sunflower merch?
I do.
So can I stop the recording then?
Yeah, you can stop the recording.